We're dinking around with Eddie and Webby. Dinking around with Eddie and Webby tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the most unique paddle shapes I've ever seen. Oh, hey, how's it going? This is Webby, not Eddie.
And I'm Eddie, and this is our 91st Dinking Around.
Aw, yeah, episode number 91.
Webby, what did you have in your hands there at the beginning? Those look like some pretty fly paddles, if I do say so myself.
They are pretty fly. They're actually some brand new paddles from Friday Pickleball. In fact, they are so new, they aren't even available on the market yet. They are still in the approval process, but our friends over at Friday Pickleball sent them to us so we could test them out, and they wanted our feedback, so that was very cool of them.
I haven't had a chance to play with mine yet, but if they're anything like any of the other Valair paddles that I've played with, they're going to be great. Because, guys, let me tell you, anything that Valair makes is solid stuff. They're an incredible pickleball company. If you want to upgrade your paddle for pretty reasonable prices, you can do so by going over to Valair.com and using coupon code PB for life. For what, Webby?
You'll get yourself 10% off your order, and you're going to show us some support in the process.
That's right. Valair.com, PB for life. Get yourself 10% off your order and check out some incredible pickleball paddles.
That's right. And I actually did get a chance to test both of these paddles out the other day, and I will tell you what, I won almost every game that I played. This one right here, it's a very unique shape. It's got a very long handle and a much smaller body than most paddles that I've used before. It still played really well. I feel like if I used a two-handed backhand, it would be even better. I don't normally do that, so I feel like I liked the other one better, but this one was still very good.
I'm definitely excited to check it out, and I'm also excited to find out what in the world is in that drink. What you got in that drink?
All right, so if you tuned into the previous episode, you know that I tried a hard iced tea from Monster, and it was a 3-pack. So I figured might as well try another one. Last week I tried the original. I liked it a lot. And then after we recorded that a few days later, I tried the iced tea and lemonade combo. And I liked it, but not as much as the original. But tonight I will try the one that I haven't had yet. This is Nasty Beast Hard Tea from the Monster Energy Drink Company. And this is peach flavored. Now, it does not have caffeine added to it like most of the Monster Energy drinks. This only has the natural caffeine that is in tea, because this was brewed with real iced tea. So I'm interested to see how this goes. I dig some peach tea from time to time.
I don't know that I've ever had a peach tea that kind of stands out to me, but I could see the peach flavor going well with a nicely brewed iced tea, which I'm sure Monster is known for. Nicely brewed iced teas, right?
Yes, they are very much known for that. Like, in fact, they're more known for their iced tea than they are for energy drinks, but I think I've heard that they're really upping their game in the energy drink category, so you might hear more about their energy drinks in the near future.
I love it. So nice.
But what about you? What are you going to be sipping on this evening?
Well, Webby, when I was flying to and from Las Vegas for Pickleball Slam 3, I binged the final season of Cobra Kai. And ever since then, I've just been craving a beer that you and I have drank in Golden, Colorado, out of the pitcher. You know what I'm talking about. It is the classic Coors Banquet. And, of course, it's in the little stubby bottle with a screw top?
Yep.
Not a pop top. When Johnny was drinking it during Cobra Kai, it seemed like it really quenched his thirst. It made me happy. I know how much I've enjoyed this beers over the year. And I think that Coors gets kind of a bad rap because Coors Light is not the greatest beer in the world. But I got to tell you guys, when most of the world thinks of beer, they think of something that tastes like this. And I tell you what, this is a good beer. It has a great malty backbone to it, but it also is very clean and has plenty of hops to give you the bitterness to balance it out. I'm a big fan. Webby, let's cheers.
Cheers, my friend. Cheers, everybody tuning in.
Guys, if you've ever had Coors Banquet, throw it down in the comments below. Let us know what you think. Webby, how is the peach flavoring in your Monster Hard Iced Tea?
You know what? It's not bad. I definitely like the original better than the iced tea lemonade and then the peach flavor that I'm drinking now. This is still enjoyable, but if I had to choose one of the three, I would definitely go with the original. That's more of just a sweet tea flavor. This does have some peach flavoring, but it seems a little bit too artificial for my liking. So this one is not my favorite. I feel like this is probably my least favorite of the three.
Well, good to know. Peach flavoring is tough to get. I don't know if you remember eating the peach rings, little candy peach rings from the gas station and stuff in high school. Those were always one of my favorites, but they didn't taste like peach. They taste like peach flavoring. So
right.
Like grape jelly doesn't taste like grapes. It tastes like grape jelly, you know?
But I do got to say, I love the fact that you're drinking the Coors Banquet. In fact, I actually have a case of it in my basement, and I bought it because of Cobra Kai. I love that show. And just like you said, seeing Johnny drink that in the show, it made me want to go out and buy some. So a great marketing idea on the part of Coors teaming up with Cobra Kai. I love that show. And I do enjoy a good Coors Banquet from time to time.
Well, I'm enjoying mine right now, and I'm going to continue to enjoy it because it's time.
Now it's time for Memes of the Week. Yeah!
That's right, Memes of the Week, the hottest segment in all of pickleball podcasting. So, Eddie, what kind of a meme do you have for us this week?
Webby, guess who I'm going to go with for the meme creator of this week? Just take a wild freaking guess.
Well, I know it can't be Memes of Pickleball because you've already done them like the last 3 weeks in a row, but I'm still going to guess Memes of Pickleball, actually.
And you would be right. Listen, I don't know if you've been paying attention at all to what's happening at MLP with a lot of the trades and new teams. And, well, there's been some fun, unusual trades and setups happening in all of this chaos. And, of course, our friends over at Memes of Pickleball, they had to call it out. They had to make some memes about it. So here are a few for you. This first one is the Phoenix Flames trading Megan Dazan for Jeannie Bouchard. Oh, my favorite is Jeannie actually commented and says, "Who says Hot Girl Summer was ever canceled?" I love it. I love it. Next one here.
Oh, there's the phone. Don't! I'm walking towards the phone. No! I'm getting closer to the phone. No! And now, for the moment we've all been waiting for. I'm begging you!
Rest in peace, Annalie Waters teaming up with Jeannie Bouchard. March 2nd, 2025 to March 5th, 2025. Never lost a single point or match. What a run for this duo. Me looking at some of these new bench players for MLP teams. Who? Who? Yeah, I saw some names on that, and I'm like, wait, who? Who are these people? I get it, Snoop. I get it.
Good stuff, Memes of Pickleball, as always.
Webby, what do you got?
Well, this one comes from a very popular and very entertaining account known as Friday Pickleball, and this is called Pickleball Then versus Now.
You have to check out this new control pal I just got. The ball comes off so soft.
Check out this bazooka I got. It was only $300 and I've only killed 2 people with it.
Pickleball is so accessible. You can get 2 paddles for $100.
Hey babe, take out a second mortgage. I'm buying a Selkirk.
When we're playing today, let's really slow it down. Make them make the mistake.
Honestly, just hit it as hard as you can and pray it stays in or one of their heads gets in the way.
What do you say? What is carbon fiber?
I can actually file my nails on this. Check it out. Oh, hey, be careful. I'll take a little skin off.
Working on my 3rd shot drop. It's so good.
I recently discovered I could hit a 3rd shot body bag.
Tennis players? No, I'm not worried about them.
Yeah, I just started playing yesterday. This is so easy.
Oh, it's so funny, but it's so true, though, isn't it?
It is so true. Like, I mean, us who have been playing for a long time, especially those of us who played at the somewhat advanced level pre-COVID, that's how it was. Like, you were speeding up strategically, but you could literally show up at a 4-0 tournament and never speed up a ball and probably do pretty well.
Yep, very, very true. But yeah, now, just like you said, don't even worry about slowing it down. Just hit it as hard as you can and pray that it stays in bounds or hits them first.
I mean, it's true, right? I mean, obviously the equipment is going to alter how the game is played. Paddles are faster. Paddles have more spin. I personally don't like the direction it's going in. One of the great things I loved about the game is that if you had touch, you had strategy, you had good footwork, you could do pretty well even if you couldn't hit the ball hard. But now, if you can't hit the ball hard, you're not going to do very well.
Yeah, and I totally agree. I missed the way that it was before. It definitely seemed like a lot more cat and mouse in the past, a lot more strategy. Now, just it's so much just wailing at the ball as hard as you can. And I see so many more body bags now because of that fact too. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, people are going to start getting hurt a lot more. And maybe then we'll start looking into, do we need a different ball that's going to slow down the pace of this paddle? Do we need to put some stricter regulations on the deflection test on the paddles? I don't really know what the right answer is. All I know is if you go back and you watch matches, pro matches from like 2020 and earlier, they're going to look very different than if you watch pro matches today. And I don't think it's purely because the skill level has increased. I think it's because the paddle technology has changed, which is altering the game.
Yeah, I totally agree. Great job, Friday Pickleball. But actually, I just took a look at my watch and it looks like it's time.
Now it's time for Topics of the Week.
That's right. It is Topics of the Week, where usually Webby and I each pick a topic. We talk about them. We enjoy them. We massage them. We love them. But this week, Webby, you're the only one with a topic. What do you got?
Every once in a while, we get a chance to sit down with a special guest, and that is the case for this episode. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the discussion. Thanks, Eddie and Webby. Today's guest is a pickleball content creator who is part of the extremely entertaining and popular group known as Friday Pickleball. Please welcome to the show, Scott Peck. How's it going, man?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's going great. How are you?
Yeah, going great. Something kind of interesting right before we connected is you were playing pickleball with a pretty well-known pro player there. Do you feel like telling us what you were doing, who you were playing with?
Yeah, just got absolutely beaten into oblivion by Jack Sock this morning. So, no, it's a great time. He's here in Kansas City. And his coach, Mike Wolf, is also here. Mike owns a big tennis and pickleball facility, and so they play together a ton, and it's always fun to get out on court with those guys. And it just seems sometimes like it's impossible to win a game, but it's fun. It's just good points. It's good athleticism. It's good. It's just crazy. A lot of times you hit a ball and you just end up scratching your head. You're like, why? How did that come back? Or where did that come from? And
Right.
But yeah, it's a great time. Super fun.
That's awesome. Like, isn't it wild that this crazy sport of pickleball allows us to have these insane opportunities like that?
It is like, yeah, it's truly wild. I mean, it's just crazy to play against a guy who's been, who's won Wimbledon. This guy has won an Olympic gold medal, who's been on a tennis court with literally the greatest players to ever live. And here I am hitting a wiffle ball around with him. It's like, it's insane. But yeah, it's very fun. I mean, I think that's one of the beauties of pickleball. It's like, he is a world-class athlete and he's going to beat me most times, but like I can compete against him on a pickleball court, which is super fun. It's just like, that's the accessibility of pickleball,
Yeah. And it's wild because I've had some pretty fun opportunities too. I've gotten a chance to meet or play pickleball with a Stanley Cup winner, Chris Draper, and Golden Tate from the NFL, a Super Bowl winner. I mean, it's just insane that I got the chance to meet and or play pickleball with these people because of pickleball. So it's just, it's wild. But for anybody tuning in that's not aware, what exactly is Friday Pickleball?
We're a group of content creators. It's me, Jake, and Isaac. We're all based here in Kansas City. Jake and Isaac have known each other for longer than I've known either of them, but I've known them for probably 5 or 6 years now. But I mean, our goal is to just make fun pickleball videos, whether that's through our short comedy skits on Instagram or long form videos on YouTube. We're trying to just attack the entertaining aspect of the pickleball content creation space. When we started Friday, we just kind of noticed there was a gap in pickleball content creation. You had instructional and you had gameplay, and there wasn't anybody like trying to bridge that gap of like, okay, let's just make something entertaining. It's kind of like what you've seen in the golf YouTube space. I don't know if you watch any golf YouTubers, but it's just guys that go out there, make fun content, have fun personalities, and people enjoy watching them. And that's kind of what we were trying to replicate in the pickleball space.
Eddie and I tried to do that kind of thing when we first got into the sport like 7 years ago, but neither of us really like devoted all of our time into it. So I'm glad to see that people that can actually focus their time on making really good quality content are doing it now. And I will admit, when I first heard the term Friday Pickleball, my first thought was just like, oh God, here we go again. Somebody's just trying to profit off of pickleball. But then I saw your content and I was like, oh man, this is actually really good. This is good stuff, like high quality, very hilarious. And I think one of the first ones I saw was the stages of pickleball, like when you first get into pickleball.
Is this pickleball? So this is what my grandma's been up to. Like if non-athletes tried playing an actual sport.
Like small tennis?
Big version of ping pong. So many old people. What is going on?
I guess we could give it a try. You have your racket?
Got my racket.
You got the wiffle ball?
Got the wiffle ball. Love, love.
Oh, easy. I think we'll play again.
Maybe, yeah, who knows? Hey, Brad, good to see you, man. Barry, how we doing? Jenny, up at 5 a.m. Can't believe that. All right, 5th day in a row. Let's get it, guys.
How did this happen? I didn't even know about this sport 2 months ago. Look at me now. Is there anything better than dinking? This is the best. How do we get to play with the good players?
Dude, I don't know. We gotta get on court 4 at 5 p.m. sometime.
Getting into that group text is harder than getting into the Pentagon. Yeah, I work from home 3 days a week now, so I can play more pickleball.
Just won my first 4-0 tournament. Yeah, not gonna be playing with the 3-5s anymore. Or talking to him.
I actually quit my job today just to play more pickleball. Yeah, in about 6 weeks I should be homeless.
Have you guys ever heard of pickleball? It's the greatest sport ever. It's like tennis, but it's fun.
That's the video that sucked me in, and then I went down the rabbit hole, watched a whole bunch of your videos, and then we've actually featured numerous videos of yours that you guys have posted, the shorts, because we do a segment called Memes of the Week, so we featured
nice.
a few of them on that segment, so hopefully you appreciate how big of a deal that is, because we have at least 15 to 20 people that tune into our podcast regularly, so, I mean, there's a huge audience there.
Well, we're honored, truly. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. It's just like obviously, yeah, we're trying to make something of this, but ultimately it's like we just wanted to do something fun in this sport that we all love. It's like we had when we started making these videos, we had a huge list of just videos that we wanted to make of just relatable ideas, things that we've all been through on kind of the pickleball journey. And yeah, the stages of pickleball video, very relatable. And coincidentally, that's the one that really popped off. That was our first video, I think, that really popped off for us and got like 6 million views or something on Instagram.
Wow.
Everybody has been through those stages, where you're just like, what in the world is this? And then it just becomes your life.
Yeah, it's awesome. And it seems like you guys have great chemistry. It seems like you're always having a great time together. Did you guys know each other before getting into pickleball?
So I had only known Jake and Isaac for a couple months before we all started playing pickleball together, which that was back in like COVID 2020. I met them through a mutual friend who I've known since I was a little kid. They needed an extra for their rec basketball team. And so I went and played with them and met all these guys. And then we all picked up pickleball at the same time back in 2020. And then we just became good friends through pickleball. We started playing other sports together like golf. And then in 2023, we had kind of been talking about doing something with pickleball content creation for a while. And 2023 is when we finally sat down and decided to get going on it. So it was, I think, the summer of 2023 is when we started making our short form videos on Instagram and going after it.
Nice. Now, did all three of you have prior experience doing content creation, or was it new to some or all of you? Or
Isaac and I don't. We had zero experience. But Jake has had a whole background in content creation. He's the mastermind behind a lot of this.
Okay.
He worked with a YouTuber named Jugglin' Josh, who is a pretty popular YouTuber, obviously known for juggling, hence the name. But they did a ton of different other, fun YouTube videos. And I think he was his videographer, editor, and then also was part of the videos for maybe a year or two. I don't remember exactly how long. But then Jake came up to Kansas City and started working for Trey Kennedy, who's a pretty popular comedian online. Started with Vine way back in the day and then transition that into, the rest of the forms of social media. So he was Trey's videographer, editor, got in the videos, and then he has a couple other podcasts. He's done several other channels. So Jake has a very big background in comedy, social media, content creation. And so that was pretty crucial to when we started. I think that also helped kind of separate us. Was just, the videos we were able to write, how we shot it, how we edited it, and just having Jake's background was super helpful.
Nice. That's awesome. So do you each have like a particular role behind the scenes when it comes to production, like pre-production or post-production, or are you guys mainly just like on-air talent and you have people that do all the technical stuff for you, or how's that all work?
We all collaboratively write a lot of the videos. Sometimes one of us will have an idea and write the whole video. Other times one of us will have a concept and then we all kind of pitch in and throw in our ideas. But I would say the writing piece is generally pretty collaborative. Shooting, it kind of just depends on who we think is going to be the right, character for the video or whatever. And then we kind of decide who's going to be in that. And I'm talking short form Instagram videos right now, but trying to figure out, kind of who's the right guy to do that video. And then as far as like the videography and editing, we have a videographer who's here local that we shoot with a lot. And then he edits a handful of videos. We've outsourced it to some other editors as well. Jake has actually edited a couple of the videos. Like the tournament vlogs are one that are kind of challenging to edit on YouTube because you just have to you have to create a storyline and then figure out what pieces of the videos you want to include to go along with that storyline. And then Jake does kind of a voiceover with it, includes, the comedic touches and everything. So normally like the easy gameplay videos are pretty easy to outsource. And then some of the other ones that are a little more complicated and require some more editing, Jake will actually edit those. But yeah, Jake, I have no idea how to edit a video, literally zero clue. It honestly amazes me every time I see one of our videos edited. I'm like, I don't even know how you do that. So I think Isaac and I mostly just help with writing. We're in the videos, and then kind of behind the scenes, we outsource, or Jake takes care of it.
Have any or all of you taken the plunge and like, is this like your full-time thing now, or do you guys still have day jobs and just do this on the side, or how's that going for you?
Yeah, Jake has had, like I said, he's got a very strong background in content creation. So he does Friday Pickleball, but he also has a podcast with one of my friends, the friend that introduced me to him. They have a podcast with a pretty loyal following. And then he did a handful of things with Trey Kennedy still, like he does a podcast with Trey. They did a golf channel for a while. And so Jake's full-time gig is kind of a collaboration of all these different social media content creation ventures. So he does this, I guess you could say, full time. Isaac does this part time. He also owns his own woodworking business, so he does that for the other part of the time. And then I have a full time job with JM Smucker Company, so I'm in corporate America, and then do this as kind of a side gig, side hustle. I'd love to eventually be full time in the future for sure, because who wouldn't want to do this full time? I have a wife and 2 kids, so got to keep a roof over the heads.
Yeah. Yeah, I can totally relate to that because I also have a corporate job and just do this stuff on the side, and I have a wife and 2 kids. So yeah, I'm in pretty much a similar boat as you. It does seem like kind of a dream to eventually do this full time, and I feel like I'm trying to like maybe get myself ready for like maybe an early retirement from corporate America, and then maybe just focus on this. But for now, I kind of like how things are going. It's nice having the steady paycheck to pay for all the toys that we use to make these videos with and stuff like that. But
yeah, absolutely.
You guys have become very popular. You have a lot of followers, especially considering in the pickleball space, because it's still, even though it's blowing up a lot, it's still pretty niche, I feel like. But you guys have really stumbled upon something great. You guys are doing a great job. Eddie and I have just a fraction of the subscribers you guys have, but even with our smaller audience, we get a lot of trolls in the comments. We get a lot of hateful comments, and I'm just wondering, I feel like I assume you guys have to get a lot of that too, especially since you have a larger audience. Do you experience a lot of that in the comments sections of your videos?
Oh yeah, it's hilarious. There's so many comments that just make me laugh. I mean, we actually made a short form video kind of specifically about this, where it seems like whenever we would have a short form video, comedy video, go viral, it's like all these tennis players start coming into the comments and just dumping on pickleball.
Oh yeah.
And we made a video with Kyle Kazuda, that pickleball guy, where it's like, hey, we posted a video, like, oh, that's great, it's got 100,000 views, and then it's like, oh no, what? And like, what is it? Oh, it's the tennis players. And then all of a sudden, tennis players start coming in and saying this game's stupid, it's for old people, it's like, it's for people that can't hack it in tennis, blah blah blah. But I think that is one aspect of kind of comment trolls, and then the other aspect is the ratings judges. It's, well, these people aren't 4-0, these people aren't, this is not a 4-5 in my county, and all this stuff. And
Yep.
it's just so funny because it's like, yeah, I'm sure that ratings differ from place to place, but at the end of the day, it's like, we don't need to judge people about, like, on camera how they're playing. It's like, you want to play us in real life. And it's funny too, because we've had some guys play Jake and Isaac. Jake and Isaac are 4-5 players now. They started off kind of as 4-0 when we started filming, and they've been working hard to get better and better. And they just, I think, got fourth at PPA Mesa in 4-5.
Oh, nice.
And so they're solid 4-5 players, and they've played with people in Kansas City that have blatantly told them, like, you don't suck as bad as you do on camera. Like, I don't know if that's a compliment or
Right. Are you the type that, like, do you read all the comments? Like, if they come in, do you try to read and stay up on all the comments that come in? Okay.
I love reading the comments, because we do, like, I would say that, the trolls are a very, very small percentage of the comments. And for the most part, it's like, I think our fan base is starting to really, like, get to know us and enjoy watching us as people instead of just watching it, it's like a casual pickleball video. And so people are trying, we always have people comment a word to win a free paddle for the week. And so that kind of incentivizes people to be creative with how they incorporate that word into their comment. And so it's always really funny to see what people can come up with. So I personally love reading the comments and read almost all of them on every video, at least YouTube video that we post.
I feel like at first, maybe my feelings got a little hurt when I would get bashed about, like, how horrible people think I am at my my playing abilities. Even though I've never even said I was a good player, but people still love to take jabs at me in the comments and stuff like that. But I've grown to get used to it. And Eddie and I will, whenever we see a savage comment, like, we'll take a screenshot and send it to the other person and be like, hey, did you see this one? And then we'll laugh about it and stuff like that. So it definitely doesn't bother me anymore like it did for a little while. But I do feel like you kind of need to have thick skin to be a content creator these days.
Yeah, you do kind of have to, and you just got to understand, it's like, these are keyboard warriors. Like, these are people that, well, my favorite thing too is, like, when people will comment on one of our reels and, say something disparaging about pickleball. And I'm like, you do realize the fact that you're engaging with this video means that the algorithm is going to recommend you more pickleball videos, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you continue scrolling, it may not give you more pickleball, but you keep commenting on it, it's going to give you pickleball.
Yep. Oh, man. Gotta love it. So have you experienced any burnout yet? Because you guys have been doing this since 2023, I think you said. Have you experienced any burnout either when it comes to making the content or just in playing pickleball in general? Because you're pretty much expected to play a lot of it to make the content.
I don't think burnout necessarily, because I think as far as, like, the short form videos go, there's a little bit of, like, okay, there's a finite amount of comedic pickleball videos you can make. It's like, there's only so many premises you can make around the game. So I think we're just really always trying to have to think outside of the box to come up with new concepts or videos we haven't done or something like that. And I think this year we're going to try to put a little more effort into, some of the new comedy concepts that we want to do, a little more high production videos. But the risk with some of that is always like, okay, you might put a lot of effort into writing, filming, and editing a video, and if it doesn't do well, and then you had another short form video that took, like, no writing whatsoever, no editing, and then it crushes, it's like, well, is it really worth it? So
Right.
It's just kind of trying to find the balance of, like, okay, we know that this premise is going to crush, and we're going to put the time and effort into it. YouTube, I feel like, is still really fun for us because we're just trying to figure out, I mean, we've only been doing YouTube for a year. And we've had a couple of videos do really well and others that have been, a dud, but we're still trying to figure out what works on YouTube. And obviously so much of it is title and thumbnail, because that gets people to click on the video. And then the rest of it, it's like, okay, how can we keep them engaged? So I wouldn't say that we're burnt out, just because we still feel like we've kind of barely scratched the surface of, like, okay, what is really working on YouTube? What can we leverage in that space? So, we were just out at PPA Mesa, and I think we got 9 long form videos shot while we were there for 2 days. So we were busy shooting we shot a couple with pros. We filmed all of our tournament games and shot some matches at our Airbnb with some incredible teenage players. And so, yeah, we're always trying to, find what the YouTube audience resonates with.
Yeah, and something that you touched on that I'm still trying to figure out, and it blows my mind, is it does seem like the videos that I spend the absolute least amount of time and effort on are the ones that get tons of views, and then the ones that I think are masterpieces. I think everything about it from beginning to end is just great production, great content, and those get like no views whatsoever, and it kills me because the stuff I'm most proud of, nobody sees.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always tough when you put a lot of effort into a video and then it doesn't do what you think it's gonna do. But that's kind of just the trial and error, with social media is just what hits the algorithm, what hits people's, what they love and what they want to share with other people. And yeah, that's kind of the game of it, that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, you've played with a bunch of awesome people. You've traveled all over the place. Is there anything that stands out as like a major pinch me moment for you so far with any of the experiences that you've had?
I would say we last October we had an Airbnb host reach out to us in Airbnb in Palm Springs, reach out to us and basically would, kind of offered us a couple nights in exchange for filming content there and, tagging the listing and everything. And we were able to put together a trip with the guys from Pickleball Studio, Chris and Isaac. They came out, and then we also got one of the best FPV drone pilots in the world to come out and help shoot some of the content.
Nice.
And so we all stayed at this insane Airbnb in Palm Springs for a couple nights, just filming videos, playing pickleball. And I feel like when we got to that house, it was like that was kind of a pinch me moment. It's like, wow. It's like, look at where I am because of pickleball. It's like this house is insane. Like these guys are awesome. We just get to hang out and play pickleball. So I think that was kind of a pinch me moment. It's like, wow, this is nuts.
Yeah, that's awesome. And there have been a few times that Eddie and I have had pinch me moments where it's like, is this really happening right now? All because of pickleball, this is happening. It's just, It's so cool. And I can't think of any other sport that I could get involved in where something like that could happen. So I love the fact that we got into pickleball when we did, because it's been around long enough to where it's established, but it's also new enough to where it's still pretty new to a lot of people. So I don't know. I just think I think we all kind of fell into it at the perfect time.
Yeah, another funny thing too is like I am the most normal guy on planet Earth. I mean, like I said, I have a corporate job, wife and 2 kids. But when we go play like PPA tournaments, it is insane to me that somebody wants to come up and like take a picture with us or say hi or like knows my name. And it's so fun to go meet people and just like, yeah, just hear how like say that they like watching our videos. Like I love hearing that from people in person because like, wow, this is fun. It's like nowhere else would people know my name or want to take a picture with me, but inside the confines of a PPA tournament,
Yeah.
we are kings. It's so fun.
Yeah, it is wild how that works too. Because yeah, like when I'm just out at the grocery store or when I'm at work, like I'm just a regular person. But then yeah, on the pickleball courts, every once in a while somebody will come up to me and ask for a picture and stuff like that. And I still am not used to that at all. Like I love it, but I'm not used to it. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a very surreal feeling, no doubt.
So you mentioned the guys from Pickleball Studio. Eddie and I currently have an outstanding challenge out to play against them at some point if we're ever in the same place at the same time. So I feel like I've got to challenge you guys. It would need to be I would say it would need to be the 2 lowest rated players of the 3 of you, because Eddie and I are not the best. I think I'm like almost a 4.0. Eddie is a little above 4.0, but I think we could put up a good fight if we did a doubles match at some point. Eddie and Webby versus Friday Pickleball.
That'd be great. Yeah, I think Chris and Isaac won it. I think they were a little overconfident, I will say. I think they thought they could beat, I don't know if it was just Jake and Isaac or like a combination of us 3. They thought they could beat us with trainer paddles, and we quickly proved them wrong that we can beat them with regular paddles. So like Jake and Isaac, like I said, they started out kind of 4-0 range when we started posting YouTube videos. And then yeah, now they're playing some really good pickle these days. If you watch like last Friday's video, they played 2 really good juniors and honestly should have won, but kind of lost it there at the end. But yeah, they're playing some solid 4-5, 4-7-5 pickleball right now. So they're working at it. Their goal is to get 5-0. I think, I don't know if they're trying to win a tournament by the end of the year, but at least be playing at a 5-0 level before the end of the year.
Nice. So I do a series called Webby versus Everybody, where I'll play sometimes against a pro player or like a 5.0 player, and I always need some kind of an equalizer. And I used to have this paddle that I got from the store Five Below. It was literally 2 paddles for $5, and it was like super thin wood, thinner than a ping pong paddle, but they all broke. Like they were very, very cheap, so I can't use those anymore. They don't sell them anymore either. So I found these on Amazon. It was 4 for $20. And they're called deluxe pickleball paddles, but it's pure plastic.
Well, look at that.
So these are the new equalizer paddles that I have anytime that I do a singles match against a really high-level player. So I feel like if and when we do our Eddie and Webby versus Friday Pickleball match, we might need you guys to use these paddles, but I think it would be a good match.
Get a little spin with that honeycomb pattern on there.
Right, yeah. Oh, man. But this is awesome. Thanks for taking the time out of your schedule to join me here today. What's next for Friday Pickleball? Do you guys have any big or exciting plans on the horizon that you can share with us?
Nothing too crazy. I mean, it's kind of like I said, we're trying to dial in our YouTube content this year and make some fun videos. We love going to tournaments and making videos there. That's kind of like what I said we did last week in Mesa. Just it's nice being around folks, and we have access to pros, we have access to top juniors. That's kind of like we joke, like, who do we shoot with? It's like pros or teenagers. Like what are people going to be interested in? And so it's fun going to tournaments and doing that. But yeah, just trying to hit YouTube hard. And then on the paddle side, we have we'll be launching a new paddle in a month or two that we're really excited about. That's going to be a higher level, strong paddle. Right now, we kind of the Friday paddle side is a little more geared towards beginner and intermediate players, and this new paddle could be used by pros. It's a great paddle. We're really excited to launch it, and our MO is always trying to keep pickleball accessible, and so it's going to be an insane paddle at an insane price, and we're very jazzed about it.
Well, make sure everybody that's tuning in, check out Friday Pickleball on YouTube if you haven't done so already. And then what social media platforms? Are you on all of them, or is there a main one that you focus on?
All of them, I think, except for Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok. I know on Instagram it's Friday with 2 Ys, but everywhere else I think it's just regular Friday Pickleball.
Nice. Well, thanks a lot, Scott. This was awesome getting a chance to hang out with you, but back to you, Eddie and Webby.
Webby, I got to say, that was awesome, man. First of all, I love the fact that we have some great content creators in the pickleball space, but it kind of makes me wonder, should we have actually come up with a plan when we started this channel? Because maybe results would have been a little bit different, and we wouldn't be how many years in? 7 years in, and still trying to get to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Right. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. When he talked about that, it did make me think, like, man, that maybe would have made things a bit different for how we did it. But I don't care. I've had a blast doing it the way that we've done it. We didn't know what we were doing when we got into it, and I'm totally fine with it.
I still don't really know what we're doing, but
right.
I'm glad that there are professionals out there like them who can provide content, and we'll just fill in the gaps and take the crumbs when we can.
Yep. And like I told him, like I really did feel like there was a void of like really good, high quality content creators in the pickleball space. I feel like you and I did a good job at the time that we got into it, but we still didn't have really the know-how of like how to maneuver social media, how to make really attention grabbing short videos like people are doing now. And there really is an art to that. And I feel like I'm getting better at it. I feel like a boomer anytime I make a vertical video for TikTok and Instagram Reels and stuff like that. Like the short form videos are so weird and foreign to me, but I'm learning. I'm getting into it a bit.
Well, that's good. I'm with you too, where that is all foreign to me. But guys, if you want to support a company that's actually great at making content in the pickleball space and outside the pickleball space, you got to give some love to our friends over at Jigsaw Health. Let me tell you guys, Jigsaw Health makes some incredible products that are going to make you feel good. I use them on a day-to-day basis. Webby, how do you like to stay hydrated with Jigsaw Health products?
Well, one of my favorite things to do is get a packet of the Fruit Punch Electrolyte Supreme. I pour that into a bottle of water and I drink some before I play. And then when I'm all done playing on my drive home, I will drink another bottle of that mixture. And it has been great. I have not had any dehydration issues since I started taking that approach. And I used to have major dehydration issues when I first got into pickleball before I knew the importance of staying hydrated. So thank you, Jigsaw Health, for the Electrolyte Supreme.
If you guys want to check out Electrolyte Supreme and plenty of other products from Jigsaw Health, go to jigsawhealth.com. Use coupon code PB4Life10 to get what, Webby?
You're going to get yourself 10% off your order, and it's also going to show us some support in the process, which we thank you very much for.
Can't speak highly enough about our friends over at Jigsaw Health. Again, jigsawhealth.com, PB4Life10. You will not regret it because at Jigsaw Health, it's fun to feel good.
It really, really is. And it's also fun to do a pickleball podcast. It's so fun that we just finished our 91st episode of our spin-off pickleball podcast.
There's way more content out there of us than there needs to be in the pickleball space. But we appreciate all of you guys tuning in. But this would not be a dinking around if we didn't hear Webby's
Closing thoughts.
So what did we learn today? We learned that the MLP partnership between Jeannie Bouchard and Annalie Waters died a bit too soon. We learned about some of the differences between pickleball, how it used to be, and how it is now. And we got a chance to learn exactly who Friday Pickleball is. But that's going to do it for us here on episode 91 of Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby. I thought that was a great episode.
I agree. If you guys thought it was great, go ahead and make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, you need to, because there's lots of great content constantly coming out in the pickleball space on our YouTube channel. If you guys have an idea for a topic of the week that you want us to talk about, go ahead and throw it down in the comments below. And if there's a meme that you want us to review, definitely let us know. There's no shortage of pickleball memes out there right now. So if you have one of your favorites, throw it down. We'd love to be able to review it.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do each week. So keep them coming, everybody, and let us know who your favorite meme creators are.
Absolutely. And on that note, I'm Eddie.
And until next time, this is Webby, not Eddie, signing off.
See ya.
Well, we're dinking around with Eddie and Webby. Dinking around with Eddie and Webby tonight.
Oh yeah.